Hi folks, now we are going to practice the selling cash secure put strategy, right? So basically you sell a put at the strike price that you don't mind owning the stock at. So typically you need to sell out of the money put, meaning the price below the current market price, right? So in case the stock drop below your put strike and stay there until expiration date and your share is assigned, meaning you need to have a cash ready to take the share at that lower price, right? So that is called cash secure puts. So basically when you enter this strategy, you need to choose the stock that is technically uptrend, very strong momentum, fundamentally good company, the one that you don't mind owning for long term. And today I found one that I want to enter. Basically the stock is Microsoft, MSFT, right? You look at the chart of Microsoft today, technically it looks very solid uptrend, right? The 200 moving average, the 150 and the 50 moving averages on sloping up, with the exception of 50 moving average, maybe a little bit flattish, right? But the long term and the mid term average line is still sloping up. So it just indicates that the stock is still on the uptrend. Now recently, as you can see that the stock has been bouncing around the support level, which is the moving average lines, right? So my bias is the stock will not break through down below the moving averages and turn to the downtrend, but it will bounce off and will continue to go uptrend. So that is my hypothesis. And because I believe Microsoft is a fundamentally good company and the one that I don't mind owning for long term in my portfolio, and therefore I want to sell a put with a cash secured just in case I need to take the share. So today when the stock price is at around 105, right? So 105, and the key support level is also around 105. Okay, so when you sell a put, right, you don't have to sell at the money. You sell out of the money, so which is the price below the current stock price at the level that you feel comfortable with. For example, I say, hey, if the share happen to drop below 100 or to $100 per share, I don't mind taking it, right? So then I can choose to sell 100 strike put, right? That I can collect the premium as well. And if the share drop below 100 and stay there until the expiration, I buy the stock at $100. I don't mind doing it, right? So then let's do that trade on together here. The general rule is when you sell a cash secure put, choose the DTE, the date to expiration, around 35 to 40, 45 days kind of thing. So I can find a 36-day right here, which I can sell the put on. Okay, so now the share price is at 105, right? Exact 105 right now, and I say I will sell 100. Okay, 100 strike put. That means if the share price drops $5 from here, I take the share at $100. And of course, if the share drop all the way to zero, I still need to buy it at $100, right? Which is unlikely. Okay. So if I do so, I just click on the bid column here, which is a lower price, right? And if I really want to bargain, I can bargain it up a little bit. For example, 117 or 118, because I'm selling, right? I want to get as high premium as I can, right? So before I send it out, I just want to check out the P&L line of the trade. So one way for you to do is to click in here and analyze the trade, or you can do like I usually do, right click on any place in the panel here and click analyze trade. Okay, so you can see there's a P&L of the trade. Okay, so if the stock price goes up, right, you don't have any risks, but your max profit is capped. And you can see in the little corner box here, if the stock goes up, right, you make $118 as a max profit. If it goes down, at the certain point, like break even point, which is about 98.8, that's where you break even. Below that, you will start losing money. But you say, fine, I own the stock at 100 and I collect $1.20 as a premium, which reduce my cost of owning the stock further by another $1.2, which is good. So my cost of owning the share in that case would be around 98.8, right? So which is like 6% or 7% discount from here, from today price 105. That's a good deal. If I can get the share at 7% discount, I don't mind owning it. If I don't, fine, I collect $118 as my profit, and I keep doing it again and again. Now, if I happen to get the stock assigned to me, guess what? I just hold it for long term because I believe it's a strong stock, right? It's a good fundamental stock. Then I keep it for long term. And by the way, while I'm holding it for long term, I can also sell a cover call on top of the shares so that I can collect the premium as well. So it's not a bad idea, selling put and then selling cover call as what they call it, the wheel trade, right? So if I'm happy with that, I just go back here. Before I send the order out, I check the market price again. It's about 117, 118. Let's say if I'm happy with 117, I locked it and I send and I confirm, right? Okay. And then I send the order out. See, it's filled immediately because I sell at the market price. So I go here to the monitor, fill order. I see the orders being filled here, and I go to position statement. Under that, I see Microsoft, which just been filled today, February 8, right? And will be expiring on March 15. And right now, the P&L is just a very small profit. And we will keep changing as the stock moving around, right? So we will monitor this one. So the criteria for me to exit this trade is if the stock price continue to fluctuate around this or even go up, or even if it goes down but not below 100, all my premium I collected will become my profit. If it drop below 100 by expiration date, fine, I own the stock, and I just need to be ready with $100 times 100 shares, so that $10,000 in my account to take the share, right? And then once I own the share, I will sell cover call on top of that to collect extra premium. So that's my plan. So the exit plan for cash secure put is very simple. Either you collect premium and keep doing it again next cycle, or you just own the share if it happened to be assigned to you. Either way, I would be happy because I can own the share at a cheaper price. With that, we will monitor the trade and we'll come back, update you as the trade move closer to expiration. Hi folks, just want to follow up on one trade we executed about a month ago. Remember, we sold Microsoft put option below the market price. We use a strategy called cash secure put. So basically, we entered a trade on Feb 8, 2019, and today is March 4, 2019. So roughly about a month ago, and the trade still has about 11 days to expiration. So when we opened the trade, we sold the put contract at the strike price of 100, and we collected $1.18 per share times 100, so $118 for this contract. Now, as of today, the market has moved, right? So just go back to the chart to see the time when we enter, which is on Feb 8, around here. So Feb 8, when the share price was at 105, 106, and now the share price has shot up to close to $113, and actually more than $113 right now. And the question is, what do we do with the trade right now? Okay, so from the technical standpoint, we look at the chart and we see look like the share price is now facing a very strong resistance level. It have topped at this level before 2 times at least, and it fell and it dropped back down. So we never know if it's going to break it out or break it down. Anyway, look at the trade right now. Go back to the platform. Since we opened the trade at $1.18, now the premium has dropped significantly. As of today, it's dropped to only 4 cents or 5 cents left. So for 100 shares, that means $4 to $5 left on the table. Out of the $118 potential max profit, I have realized most of them. If I close the trade right now, I leave only $4 or $5 back to the market and pocket $114 or $113, which is almost the max profit for me. So there's no point to wait for another 11 days to squeeze out the last $4 or $5. It's just waste of time, because you can use the capital for new trade to generate more income for us. Number two, no one knows what's going to happen in the next 11 days, and the chart look like topping out and then it could go back down. Chances are it's not going to go below 100 strike price, but hey, just close it for a peace of mind. Okay, so the closing trade is very simple. Just right click on the trade and closing order, right? The market price right now is 5 cents, which is $5. Fine, for $5 doesn't matter. I just lock and confirm and send it out. Here you go. So the trade has been filled. If you go back to the position, the quantity now shows 0, meaning I already completed the closing order, and you can see here fill order is filled at 5 cents price. So total profit, remember, 118 minus 5, so that's $113 as a profit for the trade, which is very good over a month. Alright, let's summarize the trade we just closed. Remember, we entered the trade on Feb 8 and we closed it today, which is on March 4th. That means the trade has lasted for only 24 days. And when we enter with one contract. We collected $1.18 per share. That means for one contract, we collected $118. And at that point in time, the system blocked my buying power about $1,500 for the trade. We just closed the trade by buying the put option back at the 5 cents per share. That means we pay back to the market total $5 as a remaining premium. That means we already realized total $113 as a profit before commission. So if you do the return on investment for the trade, the realized profit, which is $113 divided by capital, which is the buying power, it blocked into the trade for 24 days, that translates into about 7.4%. Now 7.4% over 24 days is pretty good. If you put money in the bank today, guess what? You hardly earn more than 2% per year. So if you keep doing this kind of trade, relatively high probability winning kind of trade, you can keep collecting these kinds of return around the year. And if you do it many rounds in a year, guess what? Your annualized return on investment could be very high, could be 100% plus, as I show you in this trade. So very good trade. You can just pick and choose the fundamentally strong stock and keep selling a put below the market price. If you happen to get the share assigned to you, fine, own it and do cover call. If not, collecting the premium as your profit, as the case of this exercise.